Alas, no. I'm afraid my brain went on overload and I just lost track of time.
Oh, my goodness. Brain overload?
Yeah, well, it was fascinating material, Phoebe. But, I just hope that you can all forgive my social gaffe and that this lovely and perfect hostess can do the same.
Of course.
Well, we're just relieved that you're here.
Oh, thank you.
Well, perhaps we can hear that announcement that Brooke's been promising us, huh?
Yeah, everybody's just dying to hear.
Oh, you mean you haven't told them yet?
I thought it might be nice to wait for you.
This sounds very promising.
It most certainly does. What do you have to tell us?
Well, I would just like this wonderful woman, this lovely and talented holder of my heart, to be my wife.
Well, did you ask her?
Of course I did. And lucky for me, she said yes.
That is that.
Ruth and Joe, we're almost strangers, but I just want you to know that I love Jamie and I will do everything I can to be the best father for him.
We all think the world of Brooke.
Oh, she is my world. And I just want you to know that Jamie's part of it, and I'll treat him as if he were my own son.
Why were you really late?
Just what I said.
You got caught up in some fascinating material and you lost track of time?
Exactly.
You forgot about the luncheon and the guests that were coming to hear the announcement that we're getting engaged?
Who am I?
You're the man I love, the man I'm going to marry, Edmund Gray.
Wrong name.
All right, you're Edmund Gresham.
Wrong again.
What?
Guess again. Try Edmund Marrick.
How was the...
Did it just a few days before he died.
So he finally recognized that he had wronged you.
Touching, isn't it?
At least he did it.
You know, my whole life, I thought my father hated me. And I was right. I just had the wrong father. But you know, I got twice the value for my money. Both my fathers despise me.
Alfred Gresham may have been as trapped as your mother.
Yeah, and he blamed me for it. Well, I can't really blame him, though. I mean, he's raising another man's son. I mean, of course he hated me. But Hugo, his hate was different.
Edmund, don't do this to yourself.
You want me to open up, right? That's what you want. Well, I'm doing it. I'm facing the truth. I'm going for it.
You are a wonderful person, in spite of what they did to you.
Hugo always thought about Dimitri. Dimitri was perfect. Dimitri was everything. Dimitri could do no wrong. And that's because Dimitri was born on the right side of the blanket. Whereas I was born with the servant girl.
Don't do this, okay?
Edmund, of course. Edmund. Do you think he did it deliberately?
What?
My name.
Edmund is a beautiful name.
It's his joke on me from the grave. The will was in a volume of Shakespeare.
I don't understand.
Edmund, King Lear, the bastard son of Gloucester. That... Do you know one time my mother and me were together and I asked her, why did you pick that name for me? And do you know what she said?
What?
She said, Hugo Marrick. We recommended it. Poor woman didn't even know that he was ridiculing us.
She must have loved Hugo deeply.
I hate him.
Edmund, please
stay here with me,
I can't
okay?
talk about this anymore.
Where are you going to go? I'll go with you.
No, I gotta go alone.
I know that you wanted to be alone.
And you just couldn't stay away.
Are you okay?
You think I'm gonna jump off the roof or something?
No.
Angelique says he's been like this for a while.
Do you want to go somewhere and talk?
No. I want to tell Jack a story.
I'm all ears.
There's this kid that I know. He, he grew up in the shadow of a rich kid. Same property, actually. And they hated each other's guts. Well, the rich kid was spoiled, pampered, indulged, and the other kid, well, he was sort of used and abused and worked to the bone. Well, out of the blue, one day, guess what he finds out? He's the rich kid's bastard brother. I mean, this whole time he has been related to the one person he would like to just strangle.
Well, that depends. This kid you're talking about, is he looking for any kind of legal advice?
It's okay. All right, Jack is on our side. Just tell him, okay?
This kid that I know, I know him real well. Dimitri's my brother. That's something to joke about. The funny thing is, the joke is on me.
Does Dimitri know about this?
Just us.
Edmund, how did you find out about this?
It was in a will that Hugo Marrick wrote. I found it in a book of Shakespeare my mother had kept for me. You know your King Lear?
Yes, I do.
Let's keep the poetic irony out of this one, okay?
Where is
He probably took a long drive to clear his head, Brooke.
He's not acting rationally,
Well, of
you know
course
that.
he's not. This thing has probably turned him in 1,000 different directions. I mean, most of us get to learn to hate our families gradually.
Jack.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make you feel a little better, okay? Look, I'm sure Edmund will deal with this thing, Brooke.
Look, you know, it's not just Dimitri. It's Hugo Marrick. It's the parents that raised Edmund. It's all the lies. I don't know. I keep thinking what I say to him is stupid, that it's inappropriate.
Well, who knows what the hell, if anything, is appropriate during a thing like this? At least Edmund knows when you say something to him, you mean it from your heart.
What if I make things worse for him?
Brooke, I don't think you could.
I've been known to put my foot in my mouth more than once. You know, I hear myself choosing my words so carefully, and there's this horrible long pause, and it just hangs in the air.
I'm sure you've done perfectly.
Yeah, so perfectly that I made him run away from me.
Edmund knows how you feel about him. He knows he's lucky to have you.
Thank you. I have to find him, you know.
All right, you want some help?
I don't think you should.
All right, Brooke, listen to me. Just promise me that if you need help, you will call me, all right?
Yeah, I promise you.
All right. Come on.
I just was troubled by some of the things that you failed to note in your application.
I was completely open about my prison record.
Well, I wish that you had mentioned that the person that you assaulted was your wife.
I'm sure you know why I didn't go into that.
Why don't you tell me?
I'm deeply ashamed of what I did. And deeply sorry. I had serious problems, and I've dealt with them.
Why did you come to Pine Valley?
I was cooped up in a jail cell for 5 years, cut off from everything. My only link to the outside world was Tempo magazine. I read every issue cover to cover.
Is that the only reason you came here?
I came here to work for you. Therapy works. I'm not the same person, Brooke. I'm a different man now.
Oh, doesn't that have a familiar ring? A little hollow, but not without a certain appeal. How's the research on Spoleto?
I thought you didn't need that till tomorrow.
You haven't finished it yet?
I'm working on it.
Doesn't look like work to me. It looks like schmoozing the boss.
Well, you'll have it first thing in the morning.
Not if you don't get to work right now. Hit the stacks, Jones.
Fine. Thank you for taking the time.
Well,
What?
I've never seen you do that before.
Do what?
High hand a subordinate.
You think I was harsh?
No, I didn't say that.
You think I should be gentle with a guy who gets his kicks out of beating up women?
Believe me, I don't like that either. It's just, I think you took a bad situation and made it worse.
Why?
Because he was mad when he left.
I'm shaking in my shoes.
Well, you're not his ex-wife, are you?